conceptual study, but in such a way that will be sufficient to clear the paper. Not a whole detailed knowledge will be here. Okay, so first of all, this is our first class of IFS. If I talk about this particular subject, there are 4 modules in this subject. If I talk about first the exam dates of the subject, so IFS will be, first of all, the dates are in the month of June. IFS will be on 9th of June. The PPB will be on 16th of June. AFM will be on 22nd of June. And your retail banking and wealth management will be your 8th of June. So your 4th paper will start your JAIIB paper in this particular attempt. So first will be RBWM, then your IFS, then your PPB, and then your AFM. So these are the dates: 8th, 9th, 16th, and 22nd. You can see each subject have 4 modules. So we are going to talk about only IFS now. Paper 1, it is the first module is Indian Economic Architecture, which cover 11 units of your. Second module, we have economic concepts related to banking. It covers from 12 to 19 units. And then we have C module, that is Indian Financial Architecture. It covers from 20 to 28 units. And the last module is D module, which cover 29 to 45 units. So total, the subject have 45 units in the IFS paper. And now if I talk about this particular paper, there are 45 units. And you can see the maximum part of your syllabus in the module D. Right, that's the maximum part of your syllabus we have here. Now, apart from this module D, you can see the other 3 modules have only 28 units. The module D have your 17 units individually. And these 17 units are actually very huge, because in every unit you will find a lot of subtopics are there that are important, as well as that have to be understood with the concept. Without concept, it's hard to understand those subjects, those topics. So we have to go conceptual study only. That's the only way to clear paper now onwards for JAIIB. Since the syllabus have been changed, May 2023, without conceptual study, it's very hard to clear the paper. If you are a lucky child of a god, that only you will be able to clear the paper, otherwise no. And it's very hard. So in case of IFS, these are the 4 modules. The first A and B module is a part of your Indian economy. C and D module is a part of your Indian financial system. The major portion of syllabus is in the C and D module. The major weightage in the paper is there in the C and D module. And that's why we are starting with the C and D module only. Okay, we are starting the crash course 2.0 with the C module, then we will move forward to the D module. Okay, now things to remember for this subject, like you have a 4 modules, the marks will be 100 here. Now, no negative marking will be there, and the pattern of questions will be different here. In case of pattern of questions, you will find that you will have a 1-liner question. Okay, in the paper you will find 1-liner question that will be asked in the 0.5 marks. Then you will be asked match the following questions. Okay, another pattern is match the following. Apart from that, the another pattern we have fill in the blanks. Next types we have is numerical questions. Next type we have is a statement-based questions. So these are the pattern of questions that you will find. The maximum questions will be seen from the statement base. The toughest question will be your statement based question, because in a single question they provide 7 to 8 statements. In a single question 7 to 8 statement will be there, and in that 7 to 8 statement you have to find out which is true and which is false about the related topic. So this is the toughest pattern of question. These questions will be asked in 2 marks. These questions will be asked in 2 marks. The rest questions are simple. Even the numericals of your subject is very simple. In IFS, you have numericals, but this numerical is very simple. You do not have to worry about your numericals. Okay, the only thing we have to worry about the depth study, the conceptual study, because statement-based question we are only able to perform when we are capable of understanding the concept. By mugging up the concept, you can never answer the statement-based question. So focus on the concept. In the classes, try to understand the concept only. Okay, and if you have any doubt, do ask immediately. Apart from that, one more pattern of question is there, that is a case study question. The case study question maximum seen in your PPB. In your PPB maximum, you will find the case study question is there. Apart from that, if we talk about case study questions, in the IFS, the only chapter from where these kind of questions can be asked is insurance, policies on insurance product and the pension products. Apart from that, no other topics are there from where you can find these questions. Okay, so that's the case study question we have here. Apart from these are the pattern of questions. Okay, now next, if we talk about marks distribution, as you know, 4 modules are there: A, B, C, and D. A and B module have around 30 to 40% weightage, and C and D have around 60 to 65% weightage. So that's the average weightage on the basis of the syllabus, on the basis of the weightage of the syllabus, and on the basis of May 2023, October 2023. This is the average weightage we have seen question have been asked in the paper. Now, next thing is how much time it is required to cover these modules. So if you are doing a self-study, let's say you are a kind of candidate who are doing self-study and you want to continue with the self-study, then 25 to 30 hours for the A and B and 45 to 50 hours for the C and D. If you're doing a self-study, because when you are doing a self-study, you have to understand each and every term by yourself, and to understand that you have to search a lot of things, a lot of terminologies, you have to Google it, then you have to read that from the term from the Google, because in the book not every term have been defined, not every word have been defined, you have to know about their words meaning, but they will not define, they are not defined under the book, so you have to find out the meaning of them by yourself. So that's why you need more time when you are preparing for by yourself. Then we have numerical topics, or limited numerical topics are there. From insurance chapter, they can ask you to calculate the insurance claim in any policy. Second, in corporate social responsibility, they can ask you to calculate the particular company's corporate social responsibility. Then in mutual fund, they can ask you to calculate the net asset value of a mutual fund. Then in inflation, they can ask you to calculate the inflation rate, like how much inflation is going on in the country. Then in the money supply, they can ask the question on M1, M2, M3, M4. Union budget, the types of deficit like fiscal deficit, primary deficit, budgetary deficit, effective revenue deficit and revenue deficit. These can be calculated. These can be asked to be calculated. And net indirect taxes can also be asked. Next we have system of national account. In the system of national account, they can ask GDP, GNP, NDP, NNP, per capita income. These kind of questions can be asked. So these are the topics from where you will find the numerical questions only. Okay. Apart from that, no other questions are there for the numerical pattern. Okay. So as I've told you, C and D have more weightage. So we will be starting this batch of yours with the module C, Indian Financial Architecture. It starts from the unit number 20 and it ends with the unit number 28. So you can see these are the unit in your module C: Indian Financial System, Indian Banking Structure, Banking Laws, Development Financial Institution, Microfinance Institution, NBFC, Insurance Company, Indian Financial System, Regulators and their role, and the reforms and development happen in the banking sector. So these are the chapters that we have to cover in the module C of yours. Okay, very detailed chapters they are, but we have to cover in such a way, in a limited period, we will be able to cover everything. Okay, so this is what we have to cover, and now we will be starting our topic of first, that is your Indian financial system and overview, unit number your 20 of module C. This is the first unit of your module C, and overall it is the 20th unit of your IFS subject. Okay, Acha, before moving forward, let me know what is actually your financial system. What is your financial system? Let me know what is your financial system. Okay, what is financial system? Okay, when we are talking about a financial system simply means a system where financial system means a system where we do the exchange of fund. Okay, where we are exchanging our funds. So the exchange of funds is known as your financial system. And this exchange of funds will be done among the persons who have surplus of money and the persons who have deficit of money. Okay, so when we exchange this fund from the person who has surplus money to the person who have deficit of money, this system is known as your financial system. Okay, this system will be known as what? It will be known as your financial system, where you exchange the fund from the person who has surplus money and the person who have deficit of money. Clear? This is what? This is the financial system. So the person with surplus money are the persons who have a savings. The people who have savings, they are the person of surplus money. Like for us, we as an individual are the party of surplus money, because we have our savings and we purchase the shares, bond, debentures of a company, by which we provide capital to these companies. But also we are the same parties who are the deficit of money people when we are taking loan from the bank. So any individual, any government, any corporation, they are the parties of surplus money and they are the parties of deficit of money. It depends, you are taking money from the institution or from the other person, or you are giving fund to them. On that, it will depend that you are a party of surplus of money or a deficit of money. Clear? Okay, chalo, let's. Now, in case of financial system, we have three components of financial system. Components means the parts by which the financial system will be able to exchange the fund among the parties who have surplus money and the parties who have deficit of money. So first, when you talk about components, the first component, we have a financial market. The first component we have what? We have a financial market. So financial market is simply a platform where we can go and meet the persons who have surplus of money and who have deficit of money. So let's say, for example, XYZ company is there and this company want to raise money from the market. Okay. So this company is the party of deficit of money. And I have certain savings which I want to invest in the market so that I can earn interest or I can earn the capital gain on it. So now, but who will let me know that the XYZ company is looking for a money, and who will let the XYZ company will know that Amanjot is ready to invest in the in the particular shares of your company? So obviously we need a platform where both the parties can come and discuss their strategy to invest or to take the money, and then you will be able to exchange the fund with the help of intermediaries. That's where the financial market comes in the place. So financial market provides you a platform where both the parties can come and exchange their funds. Okay, it will be money market, capital market, forex market, your debt market, your insurance market, any of them. Okay, now next we have financial product and services, or you can call it a financial instrument. Financial product and services simply means, so it's very obvious. Let's say financial market have provided us a platform where we both the parties have met, and I am ready to give the money to XYZ and XYZ is ready to take money from me. But now how I will be giving money to that XYZ company? Will I take cash from my home and will provide on a counter the cash to the XYZ company? Obviously not. If I am giving my money to someone else, I need a written proof that I am giving you a money and you will be paying me this money back with a certain rate of interest with a certain amount of return. Okay, and that physical or the written document which I am asking for to get a security on my funds, that will be known as financial product and services. It can be anything. It can be shares, bond, debenture, your fixed deposit receipt, your derivatives, anything can be there. Mutual funds can be there, which are the written documents, every document. Your government securities, it can be. That gives you the proof that you have provided the funds to someone. That's the financial product and services. And the third component, we have market participants. Now, who are market participants? Market participants are those persons, those parties who are actually participating in the market, who are actually one of the party from a deficit of money or one of the party from the surplus of money. So any money, if I am participating in the market, so I will be the market participant. If RBI is participating, if bank is participating, if TCS is participating, if Adda 24/7 is participating, we all are the market participant. And we are here to exchange our funds. So any party who is surplus of money party or a deficit of money party will be the market participant who are coming to this platform using these instruments to complete their requirement of funds. Okay, so this is the basics of your financial system. Derivative market is a segment of your capital market whose value will be derived from the other variables. Hana, derivative will not have its own value. Derivative's value will always be derived from the other variables. And it is the one of the market segment under the capital market. Okay. The more detail we will study in the upcoming chapters. Now, the financial system, if we are talking about, it is simply a system where you exchange the funds. So you can see here that one side you have suppliers of fund. It means they are the party with surplus money. Okay, and the other side you have a demanders of funds. That's your party with deficit money. So you can see the name of the parties are returns same on the both side, because I have told you now, if I am purchasing the share of TCS, I am the party with surplus money because I am giving money to TCS. But at the same time, I might be taking a loan from the bank for my education, for my home, or for my personal reason. So I can be the party of deficit of money and the surplus of money, depends on I am giving money or I am taking money. Okay. So you have to exchange the funds, and a certain security like a return have to be there when you are exchanging the fund. This is your financial system. Okay, now if you want your economy to grow, every economy needs a capital to grow. Without capital, economy won't be able to grow. Acha, how as a human being, how we will be able to grow? Let me know. If I am saying that I want to grow in my career or in my life or whatever, so what is the meaning of this? How I will be growing in my life? How I will be growing in my life? What is the requirement of growing in life? Let me know. How as an individual we can grow? Sorry. See, if we want to grow in our life, okay. Okay. So if we want to grow in our life, first of all, we have to make our living standard better. By showing a better living standard, we can say that we have grown in the market or in the life. And to get that living standard, you need a money. It's very obvious. The people say money is not everything, but the truth is money is everything. If you want to grow, you need a money. If you want to have a better literacy rate, if you want to get better education, you have to have money. If you want a better livelihood, you have to have money. If you want a better job opportunities, you have to have money, because if you are poor, you won't be able to get the better education. And if you are not getting better education, you won't be getting the upcoming future, the better opportunities for your job. That's a very less chances of getting a best opportunities if you are one of those person who is actually belong from the below poverty line society and have not got a proper education. Very less people they are from that particular category and able to succeed in the life. But yes, in future, if we talk to individual wants to raise, you need a money. It applies to us, it applies to economy, it applies to everything. If an economy want to grow, the economy need a money. If we want to grow, we need a money. Growing is simply means making the livelihood, making the living standard, making the opportunity for us good. And that will be only capable having a capital. Okay. So here, capital is the source of fund with which an entrepreneur able to take a risk for setting up and operating a business. Let's say, for example, I thought, why not start my own business? I thought that, for example. And to start my own business, I need a capital, obviously. So is it possible that I will take my whole savings, whatever I have had, and start my business? Can I do that? So obviously the answer is no. Nobody take a risk on their savings. It's not like if you're starting a business, whatever you have earned till now, you will use that money and start your business. And in the future, if let's say business won't work, what you will do? You have used your whole savings. So every time, if there is an entrepreneur who want to start a business, he always take risk on the someone else money. And that's applied to the individual, that's applied to the country. In India, if you talk about, we are dependent on the foreign markets capital. We are not using our savings to start new business or something. We are dependent on the foreign countries that they will invest in our country and we will start doing the business. The same thing happen. If I want to start a business, I will be looking for the investors who want to invest in my business. And that's where the capital formation is required. That's where the funds have to be exchanged. Okay, so the capital, however, normally not available with the entrepreneurs and the businesses who need them. The capital is available instead with the person with wealth who have savings. So we are the persons who have capital. And we as an individual will be providing that capital to the entrepreneurs, to the businessmen. Okay, next. So it doesn't matter howsoever little you have money, but it needs to be able to make the wealth available with the entrepreneurs who can invest the savings made available to them. So it doesn't matter how much savings I have. If I have only 500 rupee, I can still be the person of surplus of money. I can give that 500 rupee to the mutual fund. I can give that to the SIP. So I am the person with the surplus of money. I can purchase the share of any company whose share is another 500 rupee. I can purchase the share of that company. So it doesn't matter how much money you have, how much money you are investing. But if you are giving someone your money, it means you are the person with the surplus of money. Okay, next. The examples of wealth possessors are individual, firms, corporates, and government. They all have wealth. They are the parties with wealth. So wealth must therefore flow from the pockets of surplus. It should flow from where? It should flow from pockets of surplus to the pockets of deficit that we have discussed. And it is for that purpose we have financial and banking system which help us to flow this fund from the party who have surplus money to the party who have deficit of money. Okay, and you can see these are the financial systems components or the mediators who are helping us to do that. You can see first you have financial intermediaries, financial instrument, financial market. So financial market is simply that place where you are both meeting to each other and making it capable to exchange the funds. That's the financial market. Then these all are the market participants. They all are what? They are the market participant who are acting as a financial intermediary. So I am not going to give the loan or I am not going to give the money directly to the TCS. I will be investing in the share of TCS. And to invest in the share of TCS, I need SEBI's help, Security and Exchange Board of India's help. And I also need the Bombay Stock Exchange or National Stock Exchange helps. So obviously, you are performing transaction of any kind to exchange the fund with the help of these intermediaries. And then these are the financial product and services that will be used to exchange the fund. Okay, so these are your financial system. Now there are two types of financial system. First is formal, second is informal. Formal and informal, two types of financial system we have. Formal financial system is a system where you will find all the rules and regulations are there. Formal financial system is a system where all the rules, regulation or regulatory body will be there. Where there is an authority who tells you what to do and how to do. That is the formal financial system, which goes according to a rule book, which goes according to a code of conduct. Informal financial system do not have any regulation. It do not have any code of conduct. It do not have any rule book. Whatever you feel say, you can perform accordingly. That's the informal system. Let's say, for example, if I want to start a business, I need a loan. I need a fund actually. So I have the option. I can take a loan from the bank. If I am taking a loan from the bank, I have to show my credit worthiness. Bank will check my credit worthiness. Second, bank will ask a collateral from me. Like if you want to take a loan, provide the security. Third, the other thing bank will looking for the third party guarantee. So these things I have to give to the bank if I want to take a loan from the bank. Next, if I am issuing the shares, I have to be registered with the SEBI. I have to take permission from SEBI. Then I have to register with the stock exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange or National Stock Exchange, where I have to give the registration fee. Apart from that, I have to follow their norms. I cannot do insider trading. I cannot work for my personal own interest. I have to work for the interest of the nation, for the interest of the investor. So that regulation I have to follow. But that's the formal financial system. These are the example of formal financial system. But let's say if I do not have a collateral to give, if I do not have a, let's say for example, a third party to give guarantee, if I do not have a money to give the registration fee, so I won't be able to enter in the formal financial system. Then I have to go to the informal financial system, where I'm taking a loan from my friends, where I'm taking a loan from my relatives, where I'm taking money from my parents, है ना? So it depends. In informal financial system, they might won't be taking interest from me. Okay, they will say use this money. If you have got the profit, you will return the money in the future whenever you do. Otherwise, take it. So they are not charging any interest on me. They are not asking for a collateral. They are not asking for a certain security or certain third party guarantee. They are deciding by themselves. Might be they are giving money to me. My friend is giving money to me. He is saying you can take the money without the interest and return whenever you are capable of. And the same person, if giving someone else money, let's say for example, the same friend of mine is giving loan to someone else or giving fund to someone else, he might be charging the interest from that party, but he is not charging interest for me. So that's an informal system where you can decide your own regulations. No authority is there on you who can tell you what to do and how to do it. Clear? So these are the two financial system we have, formal and informal. And you can see the example. The informal financial system have money lenders, individual money lenders who could be your traders, your relatives, your neighbors. Group of person who could be operating as the association and funds. Then partnership firms consisting of local brokers, pawnbrokers, and non-bank financial intermediaries like your finance, investment, and chit fund companies. Then although informal and regulated, this section is, and it is informal, it is unregulated, but still it have helped us a lot in the earlier days in the rural area and lesser developed geographies or the areas, because the banks was not giving loan to them. So these are the only option the people have who have given them the fund, who have helped them to raise the capital. Okay, and these are this image is all about the formal financial system. This image is all about what? It is all about the formal financial system. You can see here. We have Indian financial system in which we have formal organizations. Regulatory bodies are there, financial institutions are there. Apart from that, you can see financial markets are there. Then we have financial instruments are there, financial services are there. So this is the whole table is about your formal financial system. This is about what? This is about the formal financial system of the country. And everything which is written in this particular slide, in a single slide, all this you have to cover in the module D. Here you have just given an idea what is financial system, what are the market, what are the instrument. But everything which is written here, we have to cover in detail in the module D of yours. So you can understand now by seeing the image, you can understand how big your module D is and how important it is. So this is the formal financial system. The formal financial system is simply where the characterized by the presence of the organized, institutional, and regulated system which cater to the financial needs of the modern sphere of economy, and it forms the backbone of any economy. And it is one of the most important system of any country. So component of formal financial system are what? The financial institution, financial instrument, and money market, financial market. They are the components we have already discussed. Now you can see financial institutions are those who cater to entities who possess wealth. On the other hand, they cater to those entrepreneurs and businesses who require the wealth in the form of capital. So financial institutions are those who take deposit from the persons who have wealth and provide the loan to the persons who are the entrepreneurs or who needs money to start the business. That's what the financial institutions are doing. And the example you have financial regulators, in which you find RBI, SEBI, Adda, PFRDA, they all are the financial regulators. Then you have commercial and cooperative banks. Then you have non-banking financial companies. You have development financial institutions. You have insurance companies here. You have insurance brokers here. Mutual funds, they all are what? They all are the financial institution. They become the mediator in performing the exchange of funds from one party to another. Okay, and the pension funds are also there. Clear? Now, further, the financial institutions are divided into two categories. The first category is the banking institution, or you can call it a depository institution. And a banking or depository institution is your what? It is your First category. Second category, you have a non-banking institution or non-depository institution. As the name suggests, they cannot accept deposit, they can accept deposit. They are the banks, they are not banks. Name suggests itself. So banking institution or depository institution, you can see this includes the banks and other credit unions which collect money. They collect money from the public against the interest that has been provided on the deposit that made and lent that money to one in the need. So banking institution or depository institution, if you are talking about, they are what? They are those institutions which are actually collecting money from the public, accept deposit from the public and provide loan to other parties. Non-banking institution, they are insurance, mutual fund, brokerage companies, they fall under this category. They cannot ask for monetary deposit. They cannot accept deposit from the public. But yes, they can sell the financial products and services. Okay, so do remember the difference between the two. These are the two type of financial institution we have in the formal financial system. Okay, both are important. Do remember the both. Next, further financial institutions can be classified into three categories. The three categories had regulator, intermediaries, and the non-intermediaries. Regulators are means who regulates the market. Like first you have RBI. RBI regulates the banking system, the money market, the currency system of the country, the foreign exchange market of the country. Second, ADA. ADA regulates the insurance market of the country. SEBI. SEBI regulates the investment market in the country. Capital market, your derivative market, your commodity market, your venture capital, angel investor, FII, FPI, credit rating agencies, all are regulated by SEBI. Apart from that, we also have PFRDA, Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. PFRDA regulates the pension market. So it is what? It is the regulator. Intermediaries means those parties who become the mediator while exchanging the funds. So I am not directly giving loan to the company, but I am giving money to the bank and bank is using my money to give loan to someone else. So intermediaries are simply all the financial institution in the commercial bank, RRB, differentiated bank, etc. They all are what? They all are the intermediaries here. Now, what are the non-intermediaries? Non-intermediaries are those institutions which provide financial aid. They do not work as a mediator between the two parties, but they are providing financial aid to the corporate customers. They do not deal with the public, general public. They only invest or they only work to develop a particular sector of the country by providing loan and funds to that country. As you can see, NABARD, SIDBI, Exim Bank, National Housing Bank, your IFCI, your NAFED, they all are the non-intermediaries here. So financial institution, you can see further divided into these three categories. Clear till now? Let me know. Is everything clear till now? Any doubt is there? Okay, clear. Now you can see financial market is what? It is a market where buyers and sellers, what we are calling a financial market here. Financial market is a buyer and sellers who trade money, commodity, financial securities, foreign exchange derivatives at a low transaction cost and a prices that are determined by the forces of demand and supply. Demand and supply are the market forces. So the prices of your shares, bond, debentures, they all depends on what? They all depends on your market forces. That is demand and supply. Okay, so you can see here simply your financial market is that place where you can buyer and seller can come and exchange their financial instrument to fulfill their need of money by using those financial products and services. Next, the financial market has 4 segments. The first one, you have money market, you have foreign exchange market, you have capital market, you have insurance market. All these are the segments of financial market. Money market is actually regulated by RBI. RBI regulates the money market. Foreign exchange market is also regulated by RBI, the central bank of our country. Capital market regulated by SEBI, and when it comes to the insurance market, it is regulated by Adda, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. So these are the regulatory bodies of these markets. And every market have an individual chapter in module D, that we have to cover. Now, the phases of development, the Indian economy have developed in the 4 phases that have been given in front of you. The pre-independence period prior to 1947, post-independence period 1947 to 1991, post-liberalization period 91 to 2010. Why we are calling it a post-liberalization period? Because this is the period after the LPG policy was introduced. The 4th you have post-global financial crisis 2010 to present. And why we are calling it the post-global financial crisis? Because this is the period after the global financial crisis happened in 2007 and 8. And now in the upcoming years, one more phase have been added, will be added in this particular list. That will be post-COVID. Because after COVID also one more era will be seen in the economy. And if we talk about Indian economy have faced 3 major shocks. The first major shock Indian economy faced was the balance of payment crisis in the year 1991. The second major shock we had was global financial crisis, which is also known as the Lehman collapse. And the third major shock for India was your what? The COVID. Not only for India, other countries as well, but we are talking about India here only. Okay, so this is the 4 phases in which your economy have been developed. And the next thing is that the first time formal financial system in the country started in the year 1770. That was the year in which Bank of Hindustan was introduced. Okay. Chalo. Next we have here pre-independence prior to 1947. What happened? So prior to 1947, this is the first phase. In the Kautilya Arthashastra, we have first time started the banking, talking about banking. In the pre-independence phase, around 600 banks have been established, but they all became fail here because of the risk. Now, Bank of Hindustan was the first bank which have been established in the country, and this is the first bank who have created the formal financial system in the country. So do remember, Bank of Hindustan is the first bank of our country, introduced in 1770, which created the formal financial system of our country. Okay, apart from that, the General Bank of India 1786 and Audh Commercial Bank 1881 have been introduced. So Audh Commercial Bank was the first bank which was started with the limited liability, and that was the first bank which have been ended because of the limited liability only. Okay, next we have here the pre-independence phase also talks about here that the Bank of Calcutta was created in 1806. So what happened next? Presidency Bank have been introduced. So we used to get the first bank was Bank of Calcutta 1806. In 1806 we have established Bank of Calcutta. In 1809 this name have been changed to Bank of Bengal. Okay, Calcutta it was earlier, then it was made to the Bengal. Then 1840 we have introduced the Bank of Bombay. 1843 we have introduced the Bank of Madras. So these are the 3 banks that have been introduced, and all these 3 banks used to be called as a Presidency Bank. These banks used to be called as what? Presidency Bank. Okay, now what happened? These Presidency banks have been merged in amalgamated in 1921, and they all converted into Imperial Bank of India. After the amalgamation, Imperial Bank of India was established in the year 1921. And this Imperial Bank of India was converted into State Bank of India in the year 1955. That was the State Bank of India, our country's right now largest bank. Okay, so you can see this is how the SBI was created. Earlier we used to have the 3 Presidency banks, Bank of Calcutta that have been changed to the Bank of Bengal, then Bank of Bombay, then Bank of Madras, and in the end we have all merged these 3 Presidency banks into Imperial Bank of India, and the Imperial Bank of India was converted into SBI in 1955. So now you can, I guess, see the reason. You can see the reason here that your country's largest public sector bank is SBI, or largest bank is SBI actually right now. And this is why, because SBI have merged a lot of banks with itself. And that's why right now SBI is the largest bank of our country. Hana, that's the one of the reason. Next, the post-independence phase, you can see. In the post-independence phase, India have launched a stage for social development. And it was a period of the planned economic development, because in this period, Planning Commission have been created. In 1950, Government of India have made what? Planning Commission, because after the Britisher left the country, we have the major challenge in front of us, like who will do the planning now? Till the Britishers used to rule us, they used to do the planning of our country. But now when they left, the major challenge was there. Now who will plan the country? Who will do the economic planning? Then the Planning Commission was introduced in 1950, which started making 5-year plans. And from there, we have started making the planned economic development. Okay, this was happened in the post-independence phase. And for the economic growth with social justice, we have enriched Indian Constitution, and we have made the certain 5-year plans from the year 1951. Total, how many plans have been introduced? 12 plans have been introduced. It started from the 1951 and ended in 2017. Okay. Apart from that, India also became the mixed economy, where the government and private both were working together. And RBI was nationalized in this particular phase in 1949, and also State Bank of India was established in 1955. These are the major changes happened. After that, we have also merged around 245 private insurance companies, and they all were nationalized, like they all were purchased by the Government of India with the 51 and more than that shares, and they all made the LIC. And now I guess you can understand why LIC is the largest insurance company in the country, because it have merged a lot of companies with it. So SBI and LIC are the largest companies or banks, and reason behind it because a lot of banks and companies have been merged with them. Okay, next we have, to make it possible that the benefit of country will reach to every citizen of the country, the Government of India have done the nationalization of the bank. The first nationalization of bank happened in 1969, and the second nationalization of bank happened in 1980. And the nationalization was done because the banks were not working as per the requirement of the country. As we talk about, agriculture always played a very important role for the country. It is still playing a very important role in the country. But when it comes to the banks, they do not want to provide loan to the agriculture, because they do not have that much profit of investing in the agriculture sector. They won't be getting the earning of that much from the agriculture sector. So banks are not providing loan to agriculture sector here. But yes, RBI and Government of India have said that we have introduced a lot of scheme, and agriculture is a sector which have to be, or which needed to be developed, because without developing agriculture, we won't be able to develop the around 48% population of our country, because the 48% population of our country, they are dependent on what? They are dependent on the agriculture sector. Around 48.9% population right now is there in the country who is working in the agriculture sector. Their earning depends on the agriculture sector. So it's very important to develop the agriculture sector. But banks was not doing that. That's why this nationalization have been done, so that the government will be having a on-ground status of the banks, that they are providing what kind of services to the customer. Clear? Let me know till now everything is clear. Is there any doubt? Okay, everything is clear now. Chalo. So from here onwards, we will cover in the next class with the nationalization of bank, as well as about the information regarding the history of the bank. We will cover in the next class. Today we will end here. And those who are watching us on YouTube, I have certain information with all of you. And also the paid candidate, I have one information, because the classes will be going to change from tomorrow, like the timing, because your retail banking and wealth management and IEIFS timing is clashing. है ना? One of the candidates have messaged me that your IEIFS and retail banking both crash course timing are same. So here, what I am doing, I am changing the timing of your class. So we will be having from tomorrow onwards the class of your IEIFS in the evening at 6 to 7 p.m. And it will apply from tomorrow onwards. Hana, we will be doing that from tomorrow onwards. So we will meet tomorrow at 6 p.m. Okay, 6 to 7 will be having IEIFS and RBWM will be 8 to 9 p.m. Okay, chalo. Now let's move forward, and you can see these are the benefits of Mahapack. All these benefits will be available in your Mahapack. All the live classes, test series, video courses, revision batches, everything is there. And those who are watching us on YouTube, I will let you know that tomorrow is the only day you will get the demo of this class free. After tomorrow, you won't be getting the sessions free of cost. You have to enroll. And if you are enrolling, I would suggest go with the JAIIB Mahapack 2.0, because in the JAIIB Mahapack 2.0, you will get right now the crash course. You will get everything. All these are there. But right now, which will be good for you, that is the crash course 2.0 and the revision batch, which is going to be launched in the next month or in the upcoming weeks. And the topic-wise tests are there. You also have a full-length mock test there. Okay, these are the classes which will be useful for you, Hana, in the Mahapack. If you watch these two classes and if you do the topic-wise test, full-length mock test and their analysis, the study of their explanation, that's sufficient to clear the paper, Hana, in the last 2 months. Apart from that, you will also get here the mini and Maha marathons, which are pre-recorded by your mentor, so that you will get more questions to practice. It is available only in Mahapack, not in any other batches. Apart from that, you can see Mahapack having a right now double validity with the 80% discount, and the other packs or the batches have 80% discount. If you go for an individual batch, you have to pay a more amount, Hana, if you want to enroll in the Mahapack. That's the best option for you. And first, before enrolling, you have to download the Adda 24/7 application. Then go to the all courses, click on the JAIIB CIB. You will find here JAIIB May 2024. All the live classes, all the test series, all the video courses, all the ebooks, all the hard copy books are available at the same page. You can see this is the crash course. If you want to go with the individual subject, like you are only going to give the IEFS or PPB paper, let's say for example, because the other two subjects you have cleared. So you click on the view all option, you will find the individual batches also. So this is IEFS bilingual crash course. And this is English crash course. So individual subject, like this is pure PPB. Also individual subject crash course are also available. You can enroll. And the process to enroll is same. Simply click on the batch you want to enroll. Then do read the offerings of the batch as I have told you. Then go to the buy now option. Enter a code here. This will be Y496 and apply. Once you apply, you will find here 79% discount, 1% additional discount will be available if you purchase the from the application. 80% discount, 1 year validity, code will be Y496 and 900 something you have to pay for the Mahapack. Okay, so this is all we are talking about in the Mahapack. This is the best option for all of you right now if you enroll, because it will give you all the benefits which is required to be clear the paper. Okay, so this is how you can enroll upon. Apart from that, tomorrow one more session will be available for the demo on YouTube. You can check that particular session as well. And tomorrow we will be meeting at 6 p.m. Also, do revise today's session if you have any doubts, so that you can ask the question in the next class. So before next class, do revise today's session. PDF will be uploaded. Do check the PDF as well for the revision. And Vijay sir, that I will let you know in the next class. Hana, that I will let you know in the next class. Sir, you can watch recording also. The recording will be available after the class ends. Within 1 and 2 hours, you will get the recording available. Okay, because 2 subjects are clashing, that's why it's important for us to change the timing, so that you can have the both session. If 1 or 2 candidates have this issue, so watch the recorded session, but you will be always connected with us with the groups, so you can ask your queries in the recorded class. If you are watching a recorded class, you have query, you can ask that in the groups. Okay. So we'll be ending the session here. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay. So let's end the session here, continue tomorrow. So do revise the content before tomorrow's session, because if you have doubt, you can ask. And also do continue, join these sessions. Do subscribe the channel Officer 24/7 and press the bell icon so that you will get all the upcoming sessions notification. Okay. Take care, everyone. Good night. See you all tomorrow. Vijay sir, I have shared in the chat. Hana, do check it.